How can we ask young people to respect themselves more if we as a society do not show them respect? Today is day 112 of my Practicing Visibility series. My brain is so tired. This is my first week back fully from being on tour, and I can feel it in my body and I can feel it in my bones. So this will be a short video, but I've been really excited to share online some clips from when I was speaking with young people at a school in California. And one thing that I keep thinking about that the boys brought up was this idea that adults expect kids to respect themselves, right? But that they're often not shown what that looks like, which basically means, like, how can we respect ourselves if you all don't respect us and you all don't show us what that looks like? And I don't know, I struggle with this. I've talked about this a lot on this channel, but just this idea that, like, we don't even question how society treats kids. We have conversations, conferences, entire, occupations dedicated to understanding and supporting young people in their problems. And in all those spaces, young people are very rarely invited to the table. And even when we do invite young people to the table, we'll sometimes do it in this kind of condescending way, where it feels like we're being positive, but in reality, we're kind of patting kids on the head, being like, wow, look at you, you spoke. It's their futures. It's their lives. Like, we should be including them in it. And maybe if we had more young people in this, we would have new ideas of how to do things and how to run society and what possibilities there are, because young people aren't as bogged down. They have a lot more, I think, access to their imagination than a lot of adults do. And I think that that's a really powerful tool. I talk about this a lot because I saw it in a TED Talk by this woman named Adora. She was a kid when she did it, but she's now a young woman. And it's called What Adults Can Learn from Kids. And one thing that she talked about that I thought was really cool was that in Seattle there is, or was, I don't know if it still exists because this is a pretty old TED Talk, but there was an art museum that did a project where every year, I think it was for a month or so, they would have kids basically create designs for their sculptors and painters and artists to create. And the artists reported that that was their favorite time of the year because kids don't think with the same restrictions, kind of lack of imagination of what's possible as adults do. And so they said that they would make some of their most creative pieces during that year. And I think that that's something that we should pay attention to, right? Is that maybe kids will come in and have ideas that may not seem grounded or may not seem possible, but we can also talk to them about it. They can also have a good idea within a larger idea that could be massive. It doesn't mean that we say turn the power over to kids immediately, because that then just changes the power imbalance, right? But we should be including them. That's all I think about. So this conversation I had with young people are still being like, look what you did. You created this. And I keep saying that it was the boys. It was the kids that created that space. They are the ones who showed up in that space. Like, sure, I was the adult in the room and I offered them the space to talk about things and I asked them questions, but other than that, they created that space. Anyways, I have to work on my book because this book, am I bald? This book that I'm writing is about the 7 powers of youth development, and we are on our 3rd round of editing, which is wild. Our proofreader caught this, but I wrote about 8 tools. So now I have to go back through my entire book, like right now. And that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, see you tomorrow.